Going on, y'all? Welcome back. We're in the F80, obviously. We are on our way to King's Automotive. Finally get this clutch resolved. Now, if you've seen my other videos, I'm sure you guys picked up several times how much I complained about this clutch. And I have the perfect solution for this clutch. And the fix is to get rid of it. I'm over trying to put a band-aid on trying to make this clutch better for my driving experience. I don't want to have to do that. It's going to cost me an arm and a leg again to get the job done for the second time, but it's going to be worth it. I'm going to switch out to a company called PTB. Very popular with the G80s and Supras. A lot of good things about them, even in the F80 platform. I know several guys that got in the clutch and they have nothing but good things to say about it. Hopefully, my boy Jackie can get this done by today and have our first driving impression. I doubt I'll be able to capture it on video just because by the time I pick up the car, it's going to be dark outside. Several things I kind of want to touch on this video is just the reason why I'm getting rid of the Spec clutch, in case to help somebody out there who's experiencing the same issues. I hear a lot of complaints, and some people honestly have a good experience. This could be just my experience. You know, it is what it is. But number one, ability of this clutch. Listen, when I first put on the clutch, it was okay. It wasn't the worst thing. So you have to get used to it. It's a twin disc clutch, and it's a single mass flywheel. Considering that the stock clutch is a dual mass flywheel, that helps with vibration and all that stuff, the noise overall. But learning the car again, that's what it is. One of my biggest complaints, issue that I had was really consistency of this clutch. And what I mean by that is coming to a stoplight, sometimes you can easily roll off a first gear, no problem. Then other times it was just very grabby and you feel like you don't know how to drive manual. I've been driving stick for a long time. I drive all types of vehicles, so I know I have a problem driving manual. Number two, BH that comes along with this clutch, which stand that there's going to be some increased noise and vibration, but it's kind of there, man. With the single mass flywheel, and I guess the clutches that I'm running here with this clutch, not only is it chatty on idle, which I'm okay with because it bothers me. Sometimes it does get pretty loud in here, sitting in a red light, and it sounds like I'm driving a tractor. Three is engagement in there. So this to me is probably the worst. There are times where I'm cruising and I'm coming to a stop at a red light, and let's say I'm in first gear. Obviously, you're supposed to put the car in neutral and let it coast into, but there are times where I'm in traffic and I'm in first gear and I'm in traffic, and the car will get stuck in first gear. And I did capture a clip. I hope I can post it. I can put it up. Trading that it gets stuck in first gear or sometimes even second gear, but it'll get stuck in first gear, and I almost have to yank the hell out of it just to get it out there. But look, it's stuck in gear. Oop, you heard that? I had to turn on the camera just to catch that. I was trying to get it to happen earlier and it just didn't happen, but it got stuck in first gear, and the moment I pulled it out, it grind. So sometimes it'll grind and I'm just like, nah, man, that's just, to me, I can just only think that's only doing more damage to my transmission. That's part of the engagement. The other part of the engagement that drives me nuts is how notchy this shifter has gotten. And listen, I don't mind a little bit of notch here and there, but it's gotten so rough to shift gears quickly in this car. And obviously, this is not a Honda. You're not going to be slamming into gears, and that's, you know, obviously I wish I could have. But it is what it is. You try to shift into, you know, first or second gear, it just almost fights you to get into gear sometimes. Driving normal, feel like that resistance back. See, like that second gear adds a leverage in here, and that's part of the reason why I got this RTD shifter, because I was hoping maybe the leverage can help with that, and it doesn't. I had that issue with the stock shifter. I also upgraded to the Auto Solution shifter as well, which I loved. I think that was a great shifter. I wanted something different and that can help with the engagement. I got the RTD, which is very direct. It's a chassis mounted shifter, so it is aggressive, but I've seen other cars utilize it with other clutches, manual S55 motor, and they'll have no issues. I watch other YouTubers videos and I can see them easily shift into gear, no problem. Mine, it just feels like I'm putting way too much effort just to get into gear. And those are my three big pain points with this clutch that I call it quits. I'm tired of putting band-aids. All right, y'all, so we finally made it to Jackie's over at King's Automotive. Man, I hate being late, and this morning I've had the only morning, man. It's planned improperly, and with the rain and the traffic, and obviously me running on drag radial. I do not want to be rushing and make a mistake and end up in the ditch somewhere. So yeah, he's gonna reach out to me later on today, and so I can, you know, pick up the whip. And on top of that, man, this is what I love about Jackie, man. I mean, I don't know if he offers this to everyone, but he does have loaner vehicles, and I have the privilege of X5, which I don't know if you can see properly, but this thing is nice, man. Look at this. That's his shop, and obviously all the vehicles here, man. This dude is, I love seeing the success of Jackie, man. It's insane. You can't even fit any cars on this lot. Look at this Supra, F82. Got some G80s, B58s all over the fucking place, man. This guy knows. This guy has done so well for himself, and I'm proud of him, man. That's awesome. Once I pick up the vehicle, I'll start the video then.
A few minutes later.
Well, y'all, we are back in the F80, and it's been a couple days since I picked it up from Jackie's over at King's Automotive. I kind of wanted to give it a fair assessment, so obviously I didn't want to review it on the first day where I can barely drive it, and it was dark, so obviously I wasn't going to film anything. But it's been a couple days. I put now approximately about 150 miles on the clutch. In theory, you're supposed to wait to about 500 miles to fully break it in, but it's so tempting. Like, it's so hard not to kind of put my foot down. Yeah, so I wanted to give my overall review or my perspective of owning this clutch, going from a stock clutch to a spec clutch that was really aggressive, now into this PTB clutch. As you guys remember in the beginning of the video, I said that I had installed a UCP clutch pedal, and I can tell you right off the bat, this has to be my favorite setup so far. Obviously, I mean, I've gotten this far. I would hate to hate this setup, but I can tell you I am so happy that I went this route, to be truly honest. It completely changed the dynamics of the car, and it makes me feel like I want to drive the car again. So when I first picked up the car, remember in the beginning of the video, I said that I had installed a UCP clutch pedal. I installed it without the spring, so that there's like a spring mechanism that helps you go on and off the clutch pedal. And you know, watching YouTube videos on how to install it, I installed it myself. I didn't honestly. Everyone that opted in for the UCP clutch always decided to go the route of removing the spring assembly entirely, which would in turn make the clutch pedal a lot stiffer. Now I did that the first time. I've never tried it with the actual spring, so I've only got used to driving the car one way on full stiff mode on my clutch pedal. And I can tell you right off the bat, yesterday I took the time to take the clutch pedal back apart, and I put it into the sport setting, which is the center, the second hole in the clutch pedal, which is the middle hole pretty much. That made this clutch with this shifter and everything that I did to it, like it made it a 10 out of 10. I would say 9.5 out of 10. Like I give this setup a 9.5 out of 10. I said it. The reason why I give it 9.5 and not like a full 10 is, remember, I brought up 3 concerns that I had originally, 3 complaints that I had on the clutch originally. The first one was, I believe, the NVH sound was one of them. The engagement as far as the shifter, making it more notchier and fighting me into gears. And the last one was inconsistency in the clutch pedal. So I solved the inconsistency because now with the UCP helper spring, essentially, the stock helper spring and the UCP clutch pedal, this thing feels so freaking good. I'm not even exaggerating how good it feels. And maybe it's just because I got used to the clutch pedal and it was so bad that I didn't have much to compare it to but stock. And stock was, less to be desirable in my opinion. So I was blown away yesterday when I actually installed it and I took it out for a test drive, and I'm like, oh my God, this thing just made me want to continue driving the car more and more. It made everything just feel so much better. Just to go through the dynamics, I'll go through the gears and I hope you can pick it up. I mean, I'll try my best, but as you remember from the first clip, it was very hard for me to get into gear. I'm in 4th gear now. Just listen to the click on the shifter. Going to 3rd gear. Woo! Look at that. Look at that. Look at the flick of the wrist, bro. The fucking flick of the wrist. Oh. so easy compared to what it was before. Before, you just always felt like there was always a secondary engagement. It will go from third, it'll be like dot, 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 to go into third, to go into from fourth to third. Now it's just, you blow on it and this thing pause. But, you know, like, it just, look, going into first gear before, it just felt very, very notchy. It just felt like I was forcing it. Now it just, and look, I went back to the shift, the smaller shifter that came with the shift knob, and it feels even better in my opinion. So yeah, I mean, if you're considering upgrading your clutch or swapping from another aftermarket clutch to the PTB, you won't regret it. I promise you won't regret it. And keep in mind, there's different variations you can get this clutch in. So the clutch that I got, you can pretty much configure the clutch disc. You can get them either in a sinter disc or an organic material. The only difference is organic is a lot softer and easier to comply as far as daily drivability, and then sinter disc is really much for race applications. But the positive piece with PTB, you can mix match those discs and get something like a hybrid in between, and that's essentially what I have. I have a single mass flywheel, which they offer a dual mass as well if you want to keep it almost stock and keep the noise down. And then you have my setup, or you can do the sinter, which is pretty much straight race edition. Like, there's nothing, you're not going to be able, they don't even encourage you to actually drive in the street. You can damage the clutch packs like that. So I ended up going with the organic and sinter, and I get the best of both worlds. This clutch handles about 800 foot-pounds of torque, which is plenty. The Spec clutch was anywhere from 1,000 to 1,200 foot-pounds of torque, which I think that's contributed. Again, the thing holds power. It's not fun to drive. But yeah, if you're considering switching over, or just do it. Like, I think it's 10 times. It's gonna be 10 times worth the cost, especially if you're not happy driving the car and you want to find a clutch that holds power. Then do this. Like I said, the only thing that did not solve the problem with this clutch, honestly, again, you're not gonna fix them all. This is a heavy-duty clutch. It's not made to be like a OE replacement. So there is still MVH in there, but I reached out to my tuner to increase the idle speed. I think he increased it only to like 875, and honestly, dude, even that small change made a huge impact. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Let's go, baby. Woof. Got the Spider RS, baby. Temp tags and everything, bro. But yeah, if you're considering it, just do it. It's one hell of an investment. It sucks, but it's definitely made my driving experience way better. And honestly, it's only gonna get better. I only have 150,000 miles, and I'm gonna say, when I first picked it up to now, it's only gotten better. Like, every time I drive the car, I'm like, wow, I notice new things about it. The clutch pedal is more modular. It's easier to get on and off first gear, reverse, whatever. Doesn't feel like it's guessing when it's gonna engage the clutch or not. But overall, I'm extremely happy. Thanks to my boy Jackie over at King's Automotive. If you need any work done, yo, reach out to the kid, man. He does great work. He's extremely busy all the time, so be patient. But the dude kills it, man. I just want to give you guys just a few clips of the driving dynamics. Hopefully you can pick it up on the camera. I don't know if you noticed on my clips from before, when I had the Spec clutch, how rough it was for me to get in and out of gear. Now, just listen. Ooh. Ooh.
Nice.
Now shift. Awesome, bro. Just feels too good, man. It feels, thank you, Lord. Not gonna lie, bro. Oh man, this clutch. Oof. Oh my god, this makes me love this car even more. Mustang? Put some drag radials up here? Let's go. These broke lights. Woof. 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 Like, it's so crisp. It's exactly what I wanted from the beginning. So crisp. Mind you, I shouldn't even be driving this car. I mean, I'm not driving it too hard at all. I'm not slamming through the gears. So to break this in properly, but I can't help myself. Like, I mean, the roads here, transmission, the clutch, bro, come on. Can't go wrong. Damn Forester, man. Ruining the vibes over here, bro. But either way, like I was saying, guys, like this is, if you're trying to put power down, I hope you can hear that whine. Ooh. Ooh. See, that's the MVH you get, but I enjoy. I enjoy the whine. Makes me feel like I'm driving a baby sequential. But yeah, man. I mean, what more can I ask for? It just feels like just look, just one finger, fourth gear, one finger. I mean, come on. You know, the fuck, the second gear. No problem. No problem. Just no problem. And the clutch pedal, oh my gosh. The clutch pedal, sport setting with the springs, feels great. I know there's been a lot of complaints about the clutch pedal. When you add the double springs, it gets stuck on the floor. I mean, I don't know. There's two versions of those springs. And I think that's where people are getting it mixed up. I compared it because I have both springs, and the one that's in the 2018 spring, it's a little taller. Just by a little bit. You can tell it's a little taller, and I feel like that's what really allows it to be a little bit more flexible, and it doesn't get stuck. So I don't know. That's just my theory. But listen, sport setting in the middle with the springs. I have TD. This is the race shifter. Then I have the PowerFlex purple diff bushings and the Rogue Engineering transmission mount. And to me, it's probably the best setup. And if you want it to be a little more quieter, go with the dual mass flywheel. Probably can't put down as much torque, but if that's not what you're after, then that's not what you're after, But that's that's key right there. I'm just gonna leave you guys with that. I think if you're on the fence of getting the PTB, just do it. Especially if like you still want to keep that sense of refinement. Man, zeros are trash. But yeah, guys, until the next one, I'll see you. Thanks.